recording this meeting so everyone have access to the information that we're going to be discussing today. Okay. Now, please let me go ahead and share my screen. We are going to be working on the assessment and chapter 5 assessment. We are going to be answering the questions. We are going to work from number 1 to number 10 only. And you guys have to study chapter 4 assessment. Chapter 4 study guide, chapter 4 assessment, chapter 5 study guide, and chapter 4 assessment for the test that I will apply to you in the next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me see if I can, hold on guys. I think I need...
¿Cuáles probablemente no serían jamás descubiertas? La explotación de estas minas tan distintas
All right, let me mute everyone. All right, let me just, this is not the document that I want to use. I want to use this one because I can modify it. Give me 1 second, please. I guess I can modify this one. All right, wait, better.
Okay.
Well. All right, give me 1 second, please. I'm trying to set up a couple of things right here in my computer. All right. Hold on, guys. Well, it's this one. Okay, yeah. We're ready. We are going to start chapter 5 assessment. We are going to read each question and we are going to read the options. I'm gonna call on someone, or probably if you want to read, you can just go ahead and raise your hand so you can do it, okay? So who would like to, okay, Jared, go ahead and read number 1. Jared?
Me, mister.
Okay, give me, Emily, go ahead and read number 1. Emily.
Objects that are able to fall have what type of energy?
Read the options, Emily, please.
Kinetic, radiant, potential, electrical.
Thank you very much. So we have 4 options right here. Kinetic, radiant, potential, and electrical. Who do you think the answer is?
Kinetic.
Which one do you think? I'm sorry. Kinetic. Who said kinetic?
Me.
Me.
Harold.
All right.
Luis.
Who wants to explain me why that is kinetic energy?
Harold.
Harold.
Harold?
Answer. No puedo, me desconcentra.
Okay, so remember, if an object remains on a particular position and it is not moving, it has potential energy, right? So I have my cell phone on the table, for example, and my cell phone is able to fall, but it's not falling, right? So that is potential energy. Kinetic energy would be if my cell phone is falling, okay? Who's messing up with the, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to make some changes right here to make sure you're not messing up with the app. All right, so it's gonna be potential. Why? Because if the object remains still on a place and it's not moving, that is potential energy, okay? All right, number 2, who wants to read number 2? Raise your hand. Angelica, go ahead.
Which form of energy does light have?
Read the options.
Electrical, nuclear, kinetic, radiant.
Radiant. Okay, so which is the answer for this?
Electrical.
Kinetic.
No, it is radiant, guys. I mean, when we say light, we are not talking about the electrical light that we have at home. We are talking about the sunlight, for example, and that is radiant. The type of energy is radiant energy, okay? So it's letter D. All right, raise your hand if you want to read number 3. Adilson, go ahead.
Moscow perform what type of energy transformation? Kinetic to potential, kinetic to electrical, thermal to radiant, chemical to kinetic.
Thank you very much. So we do have four options right here. And remember, this is about energy transformations because the law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So it is just transformed into a different type of energy. So we have kinetic, when the muscles, right? We have muscles in our body and we keep moving our muscles. But what type of energy transformation would that be? Kinetic.
Kinetic to potential.
Kinetic.
Okay, why do you think it's kinetic to potential? Why do
Because you can move your muscles,
Mhm.
and when they are normal, they have the possibility to move.
Okay, a very good conclusion, Diego. However, yeah, of course, if we're not moving our muscles, they have like potential energy, and once we move them, they have. Hold on, guys, I can't remove this. They will have kinetic energy. However, the energy transformation that occurs in here is chemical to kinetic. Why? Because you need chemical energy to perform different activities using your body. Okay, in order for you to use your muscles, you will need to eat some food so you can have some chemical energy. Then the chemical energy will transform into kinetic energy, which is when you are moving your muscles, okay? So the answer is letter D, chemical to kinetic, okay? All right, raise your hand if you want to read number 4. Marlon, go ahead.
Photovoltaics perform what type of energy transformation? A. Thermal to radiant. B. Kinetic to electrical. C. Radiant to electrical. D. Electrical to thermal.
Thank you very much. So remember, photovoltaics are some type of devices that capture the light of the sun and it directly transforms this energy into electrical energy. Okay, so what would that be in this case? What type of energy transformation? Thermal to radiant, kinetic to electrical, radiant to electrical, or electrical to thermal?
Thermal to radiant.
I'm sorry?
Thermal to radiant.
No. Who else has something different to say?
Electrical to
Radiant
thermal.
to electrical.
Okay, it's going to be, hold on. Yeah, it's going to be radiant to electrical. Why? Because again, the photovoltaics capture the light from the sun and it transforms that energy into electrical energy. So remember, the energy from the sun is radiant energy. Okay, so it's radiant to electrical. All right, raise your hand if you guys want to read number 5. Okay, Lauren.
Which form of energy does food have? A. Chemical. B. Potential. C. Radiant. D. Electrical.
Thank you very much. And the answer is, I'm sorry. Angelica, what's the answer?
Chemical.
Chemical is
Chemical, absolutely. We need some chemical energy. Yeah, living things need um, chemical energy, which we get from the food that we eat. Okay, very good, Angelica. Thank you very much. Okay, number 6. Emil, go ahead and read number 6.
solar energy, wind, and thermal. What type of energy would energy resources?
Mhm.
Solar energy, wind, and ge- geothermal. What?
Okay,
Thermal energy. Okay.
okay, it's solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second.
Wind.
Solar energy, wind, and geothermal are what type of energy resource? A, inexhaustible. B, inexpensive. C, non-renewable.
Geothermal.
D, chemical. What type of energy?
Inexhaustible.
New,
Inexhaustible.
non-renewable.
Chemical.
It's
Chemical.
okay. It's
Chemical.
inexhaustible, guys. This is not a piñata. Remember that. Okay. You have to make sure that you know the answer. Solar energy is inexhaustible because as long as we are going, as long as we are alive on Earth and the sun is there, this will be an inaccessible resource of energy. Okay, or inaccessible source of energy. So it is A. Okay. Let's move forward. Number 7. Okay, who wants to read number 7? Jared. Jared, are you ready?
Is a non-renewable source of energy. Hydroelectricity, nuclear, wind, solar.
Thank you very much. And which of the following is a non-renewable source of energy? Which is the answer, guys?
Wind.
Nuclear.
Okay,
Nuclear.
the word is wind, no wind. Okay, stop screaming, Emil.
Nuclear.
Wind.
And it is nuclear. Remember, hydroelectricity is renewable because as long as the water cycle keeps going, we will have this source of energy. Okay, we will have water, and wind and solar are inaccessible sources of energy. So nuclear is a non-renewable source of energy. All right, please raise your hand if you would like to read number 8. Christian, go ahead.
Which of following does not require a generator to generate electricity?
All right.
Solar,
Mhm.
wind, hydroelectric, nuclear.
Thank you very much, Christian. So we have, which of the following does not require a generator to generate electricity? And we have
Wind.
solar, wind,
Wind.
hydroelectric, and nuclear. And
Wind. Wind.
wind, yeah,
Wind.
no, hold on. Wind uses a generator to transform the energy from the wind into electrical energy. Nuclear energy
Nuclear.
Hydroelectric.
also use a generator.
Hydroelectric.
Hydroelectric also use a generator.
Solar.
So obviously, but this
And
is,
solar.
it's not a guessing games, guys. Try to analyze the question and try to give me the right answer. Who wants to tell me why solar does not require a generator?
Because it is produced by the sun. Oh no.
By the sun, his energy. You don't need a generator.
Okay, it doesn't need a generator because the photovoltaics or the solar panels capture the energy from the sun, and it directly transforms this energy into electrical energy. So it doesn't need a generator. And number 9, raise your hand if you want to answer number 9. Loani, go ahead.
Which of following are fossil fuels? Gas, coal, oil, all of that is. This.
What is the answer, guys?
Coal.
Oil.
Okay, gas is a fossil fuel, oil is a fossil fuel, coal is a
All
fossil
of these,
fuel as well.
all
So
of these.
Oh,
the answer is all of this, of course. Okay, let me scroll up to read number 10, which is going to be the last one. All right, let me see right here. Who wants to read number 10? Luis, go ahead.
Um, from where does the surface of Earth acquire most of its energy? Radioactivity, sun, chemical, and wind.
Okay, so
Radioactivity.
right, the sun, most of the energy or the majority
Mm.
of the energy comes from the sun, guys. Okay, and actually plants, all living things need the energy from the sun. Okay, so that's why we can say that Earth acquire most of its energy from the sun. Okay, all right, so let me just wrap up over here. Okay, number 1 will be potential. Number 2 will be radiant. Number D will be chemical to kinetic. Number 4 will be radiant to electrical. Number 5 will be chemical. Number 6 will be inexhaustible. Number 7 will be nuclear. Number 8 will be solar. Number 9 will be all of these. And number 10 will be the sun. Okay, so remember you have to study chapter 4, chapter 5, both study guides and assessments for the test next week, okay? I am going to be sharing this document with the answers in the chat as well, so you guys have access to the document and can write it down in case you haven't done yet, okay? So let me just go ahead and stop sharing. Let me stop the recording.